Hello, Success Insiders. Today we have a super special guest joining us. Her name is Penny, and she has recently graduated from our flagship program called LMA. I'm very excited because she will be sharing a little bit about her experience on board our program. So first of all, Penny, hello and welcome. It's amazing to have you here.
Oh, thank you, Tama. I'm so happy to be here.
Beautiful. So with that said, Penny, let's dive right in. I want to know right before you joined LMA, if you remember, what was maybe the challenge or the problem in your life that you were facing, and how was that affecting you in your life at that time?
Um, I took the course LMA 15, and at that time I got my girlfriend to join with me, and because we had a lot of conversations. We were both looking back, I'd have to say, really struggling with overcoming our past. I mean, we both were very successful professionals, and had really good lives and financially secure. But we were, operating in the real world. But there was a lot that interfered or kind of pulled us back, or held us back.
Mhm.
And so I said, I'm going to do this. Why don't you do it with me? I think it'll be great. I had her watch the videos on YouTube, and she said, okay. So she signed up, I signed up, and then we went through it together.
Yes.
And then it was interesting because we diverged after that. I was really excited, but I could not finish the workbooks in time, and I just don't really appreciate social media, being on, oh God, being filmed, or it's like, oh my God. And so I just struggled and struggled. I did like 2 videos, and I said, I can't do this anymore.
Mhm.
But I would struggle with the workbooks and try to get through it. But I went over chapter 2 probably 4 times,
Mhm.
because each time, like, trying to go deeper, right?
Mhm.
And then when a year passed, it took me a year to finish the whole all the chapters. I mean, on my own time, in the program, on the computer, me and the computer. And so when the next one came through and I got the invitation, I went in and I did it again, and it was easier. And things just take time, and
Mhm.
they kind of do it. The thing I really appreciated about LMA, I could do it on my own time,
Yeah.
and there was a lot to unravel. And then um, my girlfriend did the first one, and then after that I did them on my own, because she said, I'm not ready for this. I can't finish it. I went, girl, you paid the price, go ahead and do it. And she said, no, not ready. I said, okay. And so I did it a few more times, and then I signed up for this fast 2-day kind of revised
Mhm.
um, LMA course. And in that course, I was so shocked at Tim, because I felt something from him that it was total sincerity, and you can't block sincerity.
Mhm.
It just goes right through. And he had done, I mean, he was always a great leader, very knowledgeable, trustworthy, but there was a whole different element to him this time. And I said, he's continuing to grow. I need to continue to grow. And I, feel comfortable, like, following, like with you and Alice and Tim and the other Liam, all the other guys.
Yeah.
And but with Tim, I was just so struck by his uh, um, the level that he was playing at.
Mhm.
It's so sincere. I mean, I cried like every other section he was going through. I was just so touched, and I just got such a deep connection to the material, because I can intellectually understand everything, and I've heard it many times before, but this time it was like whoosh, just went straight in, and it's sticking. I can tell it's really sticking. And so then I got the email. Okay, we opened up another round for WCA, and I just went, okay. And I just went automatically said, okay, I'm doing it. I'm ready. It's time to go. I want to dive into this, and I want to really truly discover myself and connect, and just go change the world.
Yeah, I love that, and I love it's interesting how you say, you joined it with a friend, but then you ended up, staying committed and recommitted to this journey. And I think it just shows a lot about who you are as a person, how committed you are to yourself, and
Yeah.
bettering yourself. And of course, now WCA on your way. So tell me, over those years, Penny, what would you say overall has been your biggest takeaway or the biggest shift that you have experienced on board LMA?
Um, the largest one. Well, everything. I also have to say, the one thing I like about LMA so much is that it is so congruent with my Buddhist philosophy, my way of life. Buddhism is a practice, a daily practice, and so much of this in LMA is on point with it and just supports it, and that is part of what I'm trying to do. And then now Tim's talking about being woke, and I'm just going like, oh, it's just becoming more and more Buddhist. And yeah, the philosophies just really dovetailed. And the thing is that one of the points in the 2-day fast course
Mhm,
was that it was talking about trust. First,
mhm.
trust yourself, then trust, even though you don't know how to, just trust, just go for it. And it's true, because you have to have trust to really thrive in this world.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it struck, and I had been kind of struggling with that in my Buddhist group. And I just, it's just like two worlds collided and they just became one.
Wow.
And with it, the power of both worlds are like just surging into me,
Yeah.
and finding a place to root and to grow this beautiful vision of who I want to be, who I'm meant to be, and what I'm going after now. And
Yeah.
I think before it was like I was so hesitant, like if I named it and I committed to it, then I'd have to do it, and
Yeah.
I'd have to be that person.
Yeah.
And I was just like, do I really have the oomph and the time to do that? And I
Yeah.
mean time, not just in daily life, but at my age, because I'm retired, this is, like, and I thought a lot about my legacy. And what I've come to realize through listening to Tim, and I don't know that it's anything he said directly, but my legacy is like everything I do, moment to moment, is my legacy until the last breath. And with that legacy, in Buddhism, it means 7 generations of the past, my ancestors, 7 generations to the future. I affect them with every single good deed that I do, and breakthrough and opening, and all of that goodness pours in both ways in all the dimensions. And it just makes me, it takes my breath away when I think about that. And
Wow.
it makes me feel so connected to what I'm trying to accomplish here.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. When you said, everything that I do, every action I take, every breath I take, it's my legacy. I love this. This is beautiful. Wow.
And,
This is
and I
truly
know this
something.
like to the core of me.
Yeah.
Before it could be just words maybe, but
Mhm.
I mean, or a desire. And now it's like it's here, and this is my moment. And so when I was doing the interviews for WCA, I was 80% sure, because I saw myself there and I knew I was going to be there. And then the 20% is, oh, maybe not, but if not, I'll try again.
Yes, I love that. That is beautiful. So tell me now that with LMA in general, what would you say surprised you the most or made you the happiest about being part of LMA family as well as the program for a couple of years now?
I think what LMA did exceptionally well for me, it was that chapter 2 of like letting go and digging in and identifying your belief system,
Mhm.
and giving you that opportunity to clean it up, and
Yeah.
to face it and to deal with it, and then finally to be able to let it go. And it was, but this one, the last round that I just went through with the fast, I don't know what to call it, the
Fast track. It's fast
fast
track.
track. Yes. On the fast track, it's just like, Tim made it so clear to me about letting go.
Mhm.
And, and it doesn't have to be slow. And Buddhism says that too. It's like in a moment. And it's true, because all of a sudden I just turned and I said, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Though that all of those things, I don't resent them anymore in my childhood, and because it is the the fodder that allowed me to shine brightly by living through those, overcoming those things. And now I can have so much more compassion for other people who might have those problems, and I can talk to them about those things and support them. Yeah, I think that uh, I mean, I studied and I've done other self-help things. I hate to admit that, because Tim will say, "Oh, a dabbler." Yeah, but you know what? Everything that I dabbled in brought me to the next level.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm not, I can proudly say I have dabbled.
It happened all for a reason. So Penny, tell me now, the people that are watching this and they love what you have to share, and my goodness, you have a lot of beautiful things to share, and they kind of feel like they would want to get in a similar place. They want to move forward in their lives, but they still on the fence whether they should join this journey or not. What would you tell that person that's currently 50-50, whether they should come on board LMA or not?
Um, well, when you make a determination, it really means that you burn the ships, so you can't go back to Europe. You're stuck in South America. You're going to thrive here because you have no choice. And sometimes you can do that, and I was able to do it this time because I said, no matter what, like, I'm supposed to be there, and I'm going to be there, and I'm going to uh, gain so much from this so that I can really work on my dreams.
Yeah.
And instead of, because I do not want to have those regrets at the end. I just want to celebrate the wonderful life that I had, and just and then rest, and then come back and do more.